Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to dive in and have a quick look at how good the new summonable AGL Bardock, who transforms to Super Saiyan Bardock, is going to be at 55%. Now, I of course managed to find a friend who is 55%. I did actually want to record this like in the morning, sort of after I'd done the summons and everything, but obviously after I did my summons I grinded out the medals like straight away, and then nobody else actually had them awakened yet, so I decided to wait until after I went to sleep, and we will check it out here. You might notice, if you're not new to the channel, that rather than having a music track overlay, you are of course hearing the actual game sound. I think this is a cool idea for this video specifically, just because this is the first time that we are using Bardock, so we will get to hear his active skill once we get to turn 4 and transforms. Obviously we are not facing a Wicked Bloodline enemy, although of course it will be turn 5 because we did get both of them on turn 1. So 1.8 mil with the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock for support. He gives a 30% attack boost. He does also have some decent links with them. If I just bring up the team very quickly, I decided to bring mostly low class warriors, but I threw Trunks on here because I feel like he'll be a pretty cool link partner for Bardock once he transforms. I mean, obviously not the best, but just another strong Super Saiyan unit on the rotation. So obviously we're running double Bardock leads. He is the Revenge or low class warrior category, key 4, HP 130 and attack and defense 170. He infinitely stacks his defense and does immense damage in his untransformed state. Then he gets attack and defense 120%. Then he gets an additional 10% per low class warrior ally on the team, up to 50%. That includes him and the friend. So that's where we have Turles and this Tora here. That gives us 4 allies on the team. So another 40%. Which is going to be very good. He does lose that once he transforms, so it's not like the biggest priority. And of course, Turles being on low class warriors is huge because he's one of the best support units you can use. And then of course, he just fits perfectly well on this team thanks to the incredibly high leader skill. Now, we do have the Great Ape Tora. I think this is a unit that could see a bit of a resurgence if people are going to run this Bardock team. Because obviously on the low class warriors team he does have the chance to become a Great Ape, which can be annoying I guess in certain events, because in certain events where he's not going to do a lot of damage, especially if he transforms when he has type disadvantage, he's basically just not going to do anything for 2 turns. But while he's untransformed, he gives all allies 3 key and attack 30%. Then he also recovers 6% HP up to 18% per giant form category ally on the team at the start of the turn. So obviously on this particular build he is the only one, so it'll only be 6%, but hey, it's some free healing. And then we just had Turles transform as well, so I wonder, will Turles one shot? Let's put you there just in case. I don't know if he will. I don't think he will, but his Bardock will heal him back up a little bit, and then Turles has a non-key blast super attack, so but yeah, Bardock 1.8 with the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock. That's not terrible considering he is 55%. And once he transforms, he becomes much more attack focused than he is defense focused. Obviously, the fact that he infinitely stacks his defense before he transforms means that he's going to be very good in events like this before we actually transform him. And of course, Legendary Goku event, like, you could keep him untransformed the whole event if you really wanted to. In fact, if you brought double leads, kind of like with the cooler situation, you could transform one and not the other, and then aside from obviously like Super Saiyan, they would link incredibly well together, which would be pretty cool. So now we're going to get Trunks to transform, and we're going to get Bardock to transform on the same turn. So let's go ahead and check this out. Obviously I'm on global, but mine's still set to Japanese. So good. Because yeah, when you transfer your account, it default sets it to Japanese. I always forget that, but I don't know, I kind of like his Japanese one a bit more than the English one, but both very good. And that animation, ooh. So we're going to get Trunks to go first, 1.8 Now we've got Bardock linked up on the end there with the physical Bardock, who is of course a support unit as well. Links like Super Saiyan now active. 2.5. I mean, 2.5 is pretty good for a 55% unit. So now that he's transformed, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn with his super, does immense damage and greatly lowers defense. He gets attack 180%, defense 100%. His attacks are effective against all types when attacking extreme class enemies. So obviously here, that's in effect, which is very good. And then he gets Ki +3, chance of performing a crit and evading enemies' attacks 18%, and reduces damage by 18% for 5 turns, which from the first turn he transforms, which is, again, pretty awesome. This is going to be a very good rotation for him as well, with the Tora and the other Super Saiyan Bardock. So let's go ahead and transform you. And then he does also launch an additional attack guaranteed that has a high chance of becoming a super, and guaranteed crits when there's a Wicked Bloodline enemy. But the problem with that, unfortunately, is there aren't really any hard events that do that. Like, I kind of wanted to jump into a Wicked Bloodline event, but especially with how good he is and like how high leader skill is and things like that, like there's no event that I couldn't really jump into where we probably wouldn't just one-shot every single phase. Now, earlier when I was playing around after I did pull him, I did actually take him into the super stage of Super Battle Road on a Super Saiyan's team. And of course the first fight in the super stage is Frieza and his minions from Resurrection of F. So I was able to transform Bardock literally on turn 1. And that was pretty fun. So unfortunately Turles did go ahead and transform straight away. So we haven't got a chance to really utilize his support passive in this fight so far, which is kind of annoying. So we do want to go at least until he transforms back again. But yeah, the other link that Bardock picks up once he transforms is the First Awakened alongside Super Saiyan. Now, it's not a super common link, but units like the physical Bardock does indeed have it. And then, of course, depending how you want to spread him across other teams, you got the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, UI Goku. Wow, there's not really that many that are great. Like STR God Goku has it. Obviously the Tech OG LR Goku has it, but he's not the best. So really, like, the physical Bardock is definitely one of the better units to bring on his team. It's kind of like I was saying in the showcase for the OG LR Bardock, the fact that, like, a lot of people underrated him because his best linking partner was a unit like the physical Bardock, who people didn't really want to run, like, on their teams, but he puts in some work. I mean, if they give them easy A's, that would be fantastic. So let's go ahead and do this. Almost at the Dokkan attack. So we've got double supports, basically all our links active. Yeah, 2.8 mil. I mean, I'm really not going to complain about that. Like, we could potentially hit 3 if that on the rotation where that Super Saiyan 2 Bardock is replaced with Turles, and that is very, very good for a 55% unit. I'm not going to lie. Like, very, very good indeed. And we are going to get the Dokkan attack this turn as well. Or at least we should do. Yeah. I don't think I can really avoid it at this point. There we go. So, let's see. So, obviously, I am very interested in the idea of pulling dupes, but I did say in my summon video this morning, I do have at least one collab lined up. So, I thought it'd be a good idea to get this 55% showcase out of the way first. Then, hopefully, I'll drop a summon collab sometime in the next day or two. And then I will move into showing him off on some other teams, because like I said, I tweeted a picture of it earlier, but I built a Super Saiyans team with him on it, and it's so much fun. Like, from the comments, like, people were sort of guessing the rotations that I was going to run, and they actually were. I don't think anyone got it correctly, because I think the rotations that I've chosen to run are not probably the most optimal, but they are super fun. I did have the Namek Goku and the Bardock transform on the same turn in the first run through that I played with that team, so that was a hell of a lot of fun. So now we finally got Turles untransformed, and we have our support Bardock here for the support, obviously. the physical Bardock. So let's see. This should be his best turn, I think. 2.88 still. Okay, so not too much. We didn't quite crack the 3 million, but I mean, like I said, he is 55%, so I'm pretty happy with that. And like, he's on so many categories as well: Resurrected Warriors, Low Class Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Goku Family, Super Saiyans, Explosion of Anger, and Revenge. I didn't even notice at first that he's on Time Travelers. Like, that team is ridiculous when you think about all the heroes units that are on it. So yeah, that is insanely good. Let's do this. I'm probably not going to play all the way through the event. How long is the video? Video is probably long enough now, so let's let Trunks and Bardock go off here for this turn. But there you go. That is the new transforming Bardock at 55% on his own like double leads team. Obviously not the most optimal build of the team, but as you can see, it definitely gets the job done fairly well. And at 55%, I'm definitely very impressed with how good this AGL Bardock is. Yeah, 2.2. Not bad. When you're averaging over a 2 million attack stat at 55%, I think it's safe to say that that is a pretty decent unit. So, very much looking forward to dupes. If you have pulled dupes already, I think your best bet is to go for additionals, just because there are so many scenarios where this guy will get crits. He gets the 18% chance for the first 5 turns, and then 100% chance against Wicked Bloodline enemies. So I think giving him a little bit more additional is probably the best way to go. But there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Let me know what you think of the transforming Bardock down below in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. Those links are in the description below as well. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.